Pisces, welcome to Majesticas Tarot. And if you've been here before, welcome back. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Not all Pisces are doing the same thing. So if the reading resonates, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. This will be July 6th through the 10th. Time is fluid and roles can be reversed. We're going to see what Pisces needs to know for this week coming up. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully it resonates. If it doesn't, just check your other placements. Spirit guides, ancestors, what does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know? There's an Aries, Leo, Sag here, or Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. They don't want to work with you anymore, or they haven't been working with you. However, they do love you here, and maybe they had stopped working with you. They do love you here, and they want to come out of this disappointing energy, regretful energy, with you, and they want to move forward. Tell me about this. They want to move forward, and they're giving up on moving forward. Tell me more. They want to make things work. Pisces, they want to make things work here. So I guess they didn't want to make things work before, but now they do, and they want to move forward. They've basically could have unblocked you. They want to move on. They want to move forward with you, not move on from you. They want to move forward with you. They're trying to figure out how this is going to work. They see an opportunity here, and they want to take some action. They could possibly they're trying to manifest something. Manifest. They see an opportunity. They want to take it. Tell me more about this King of Wands and Three of Pentacles for Pisces. Ace of Wands again. They want to take an opportunity here. They feel that they were selfish and they're sorry. They definitely want to return to the situation. They felt they were very sorry not working with you here. They had some insecurities. Tell me about the King of Cups and the Five of Cups in reverse. they were impatient on what they did. They were very impatient, like they tried to make things work with you, and then all of a sudden they just stopped because things weren't going at their speed. They felt like they weren't giving to themselves enough. They weren't giving to the relationship enough either. They were very unbalanced. They were not happy with themselves. It's like they projected on you, possibly. Tell me about the Three of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Oh, they gave up on trying to move on. That's what happened. They were very doubtful about this relationship, and that's why they wanted to move on. They could have told you this. This is just isn't going to work. I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to move on. But it's like they were not seeing what was really happening for them or you. They had blocked communication also. Like what they were talking was not what they were really feeling. Tell me about the Magician. Yeah, they were self-sabotaging themselves by not communicating with you, by not acting possibly as a family here with the Ten of Cups. We have the Nine of Wands. They were like blocking all of that. Overall energy is the Eight of Pentacles. They want to bring this back in. They want to work on this. Okay, how does Pisces feel? Spirit, how does Pisces feel? You you miss them. You're feeling lonely without them. You want a new beginning. Could be dealing with an Aries. What is that? Very annoying. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, you could be feeling really restless and have anxiety about this becoming a victory here, but you also know, you know, what needs to come about. You also know what needs to develop. You have ideas, you have, reasons to believe that this could work. Tell me more. You might possibly want to send this person a message. Maybe that you figured something out. I'm hearing been. You feel that if you come in, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. You feel that if you come in and offer something here, that they're not going to accept it because of toxic behavior, possibly, or they might feel that you're obsessed. Overall energy is a Sun card. You could be dealing with a Leo, but you just want to be happy here. You want to make things right. So you both are feeling like something's wrong. You both are feeling like you both made mistakes. That's good. Spirit, please help me clarify the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Fool card. You got clarity on something. You got clarity on this. You got clarity that you do love this person. You got clarity that, they didn't want to work with you. Tell me more about this Three of Pentacles in reverse. Because of something that you possibly came clean about, Pisces. It's funny, they gave up on moving on. We have the King and the Queen of Cups here. You obviously y'all must really, really love each other. Tell me about the Four of Swords in the reverse, the Six of Wands in the upright. Okay. I think that you're feeling like, well, I was honest. I told the truth here. And they didn't want to work with me anymore. I was honest. It led to a big fight. Well, Pisces, telling the truth is exactly what you're supposed to do. It led to a big fight. So you don't feel like you got what you were asking for. You could be dealing with a Libra. You just feel like, I returned back to this person here and to tell them the truth, and I didn't get what I thought I was going to get. I thought this person was going to understand me. I thought this person was going to understand where I was coming from. Maybe this was the wrong move. It wasn't the wrong move. The truth has to be out there, and then decisions has to be made from that. Best thing anybody could have done was tell the truth. When you decided to do this, you were really all stuck up in your head about what you should do. And you had to make a decision. And you still have to make a decision because you're not done. You isolated yourself here trying to make the decision. You're like, this is I totally screwed this up. I totally lost this opportunity here. But then you started thinking. And you're like, I have an idea. So you basically came in and was like, I know I'm not what you want. I know I'm not what you need. I know that this is not what you want in your life. But I have the strength to change. To be dealing with a Leo or a Scorpio. Like, I can do this. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Six of Pentacles. So you feel that things have been so bad, like so torn up through this, that the only way, like, if coming in and offering this to this person, we can only go up from here. We can also agree to disagree if needed. But you don't want to have any manipulation. You don't want to fight. You want to let them have the control in figuring out what they want to do. Like, what's going to work best for them. You don't want them to just absolutely say no at first, but you want to know what works best for them. Overall energy is the Knight of Cups. You want to offer love to them, not just ideas, not just a gift. You want them to accept your love over money. Spirit, what is the outcome of this situation? Well, you both are returning back to this, and it's unstable. But still, I don't think y'all are just going to go ahead and, end it right then and there. This person, you and the other person here, you're going to think about it for a while because it leaves you stuck. You're like, I think this can be healed. Yep. Both of y'all are kind of like going back and forth on what needs to happen. You're trying to take back control. Both of y'all are trying to take back control of this situation, of this disconnection there was. Not in a bad way. It looks like you both want to take care of the issue here and not move on from each other. There's an issue here. There could be a third party. That's revealed. It doesn't have to be a lover. It could be money, financially. There's a loss of something. There's a lack. This person, somebody could have lost their job. Yeah, I don't think there's other options here. I just think somebody could have lost their job. But it's not going to stop y'all. Pisces, this is what I have for you. Hope it helped. Hope it resonated. If it did, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week for July 6th through the 10th. Stay blessed.